Hello, you're watching Global News Factory. Trump's return to the power has already created major challenges for policymakers in Canada, in Ottawa, but an even bigger crisis could be looming for their government, for Canada, for the Liberal Party as of now. That party is in the power. One challenge which is tied to the upcoming elections in Quebec. So, elections themselves are not the issue here. The real concern is that voters may bring the Parti Québécois, or the PQ, back to power. The PQ has long championed Quebec's independence, and with Trump in the White House, the chances of the province breaking away from Canada may be higher than ever. Set to take place by October next year, Quebec's elections could mark a turning point. Once seen as a declining force, the PQ has regained momentum under its energetic leader, Paul Saint Pierre Plamondon. He has promised to hold an independence referendum if elected. He will hold another independence referendum like never before. The PQ previously governed the Quebec province from 1994 to 2003 and again from 2012 to 2014. But it lost influence in the year that followed. And now its resurgence could bring the independence question back to the spotlight, back to the center of Canadian politics, complicating efforts to tackle other national issues like economic stagnation, energy policy, and navigating an increasingly unstable, I would say, changing world order. Now, Quebec has elected PQ governments before, but it rejected independence referendums twice. In 1980, the proposal was decisively defeated, with 59.56% voting against it. But in 1995, the result was far closer. Only 50.58% voted no, while 49.42% voted yes. This time, however, separatists could be in a much stronger position. In 1995, English-speaking Canadians launched a massive grassroots campaign to convince Quebec that it was a valued part of the country. The message was, "Hey Quebec, you are valued here." That message is no longer there. And also the stance of US. The US plays a very major role because number one, Quebec shares a very long border with the United States, also very large trade. Now, historically, the governments in US, they have always opposed Quebec's independence. They have always supported Canada's point of view, Ottawa's point of view. For example, Bill Clinton in 95, Bill Clinton voiced support for a strong and united Canada, recognizing that Quebec's independence could create diplomatic and economic complications for the country. And similarly, in the late 1970s, President Jimmy Carter made clear his preference for a unified Canada when Quebec's first PQ premier, René Lévesque, took office. But Trump is no Clinton and Carter. He loves disruptions. He is a disruptive leader. He thrives on disruption and could see Quebec's independence as an opportunity to weaken Canada's sovereignty. A newly independent Quebec might be more susceptible to US influence, and Trump could use the breakup to push for greater American control over the rest of the country, the rest of the Canada, aligning with his past remarks about the country becoming the 51st state of the US. Simply put, Trump would likely back Quebec's independence just as his administration has supported nationalist movements in Europe. Figures like Elon Musk and JD Vance could throw their weight behind the PQ ahead of next year's elections, rallying behind the idea of making Quebec great again. That's all for now. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Have a nice day.